Alright, so black, red, green Draco Blast is another version of the deck that I think has a lot of potential. I'm playing 24 lands. It says 20 at the top. There's 4 Mox Diamonds down here. Um, so the idea with Mox Diamond is I just want to play faster, which obviously is good in any format. I want to be able to have a little more ability to play around the cataclysms I'm seeing everywhere, Armageddons that I'm seeing more and more of, obviously Tide. Um, but I found in brewing with Mox Diamond, I kind of have gone sort of halfway before, and I've played only 2 or 3, and that's okay. And it allows you to have more gas in your deck. Fewer Mox Diamonds, you can maybe trim a couple lands. I found that 23 lands and 3 Mox Diamonds is okay. But I'm going all 4. I've got 4 Sylvan Libraries to obviously those two work super well together. Once you get a Sylvan Library out, it helps you not find additional Mox Diamonds, which you usually don't want. Also helps you not find additional Sylvan Libraries, which generally you also don't want a second Sylvan Library. But I found in brewing with Mox Diamond, you have to support it with card advantage. So Sylvan Library, obviously. Call of the Herd also counts as card advantage. Other than that, I don't really have ways to make up for the card advantage or card disadvantage of Mox Diamond. Ravenous Rats is sometimes a 2-for-1 against Burn. It often is, but outside of that, it's not really making up for the card disadvantage of Mox Diamond. But it is what it is. That's the version I'm working with. Obviously, a great start is turn 1 Sylvan Library off of the Mox Diamond. Turn 2 Call the Herd. Yeah, turn 2 Call the Herd. Turn 3 another Call the Herd. Or at that point, if the combo is available, if I still have enough cards in hand. But yeah, so 10 discard effects, 9 pieces of removal, 5 of which can kill Dreadnought, 4 of which can hit a turn 1 Lackey on the draw. I don't always have red immediately on the draw, but with Mox Diamonds and 4 fetches, 2 cities, 2 Gemstone Mines, a Carplucent Forest, a Sulphurous Springs, 4 Wooded Foothills, I feel okay getting that red source on turn 1. I don't know what that added up to. 6, skipping over the Calderas, 6, 8, 9, 10, forgot the mountain, 11, 15, 19. That's great. That's 19 red sources. Just as many green sources, I believe. No. 3 fewer green sources, but 16 green sources is pretty good. So the combo itself, right there, 4 Insidious Dreams, 1 Erratic Explosion, 1 Draco. Honestly, my favorite thing about playing green in Draco Blast is the libraries help set up the combo. Also, just an amazing card. But I get to play Reclaim instead of Volrath Stronghold, which is a crappy land. Gets hit by Sabo's Web, which otherwise I would like to be playing in a lot of Draco Blast decks. But also it gets rid of Scroll Rack. I don't have to play either of those two cards. So I'm trimming down a slot. Reclaim works perfectly with the combo. Is it at instant speed? Put target card from your graveyard on top of your library. So let's say I draw Draco and I discard Draco and 1 other to Insidious Dreams. So X is 2. I've discarded 2 cards. I'm going to put Erratic Explosion and Reclaim on top. It does mean that I have to take 1 turn longer. I can't just immediately play Erratic Explosion because I have to draw the Reclaim and the Erratic Explosion before I can go off. I have to cast them in the same turn. All good. If I draw the Erratic Explosion and discard it to Insidious Dreams, then I put Draco on top with Reclaim over it. Reclaim, whatever you want to emphasis it. I put Reclaim on top, and then in the first turn that I'm going off after, the first turn after casting Insidious Dreams, I can play oh no, it still takes another turn. Still takes another turn unless I've got Sylvan Library working. Sylvan Library also helps just sort of make this all doable. But in general, if I don't have Sylvan Library, I will have to take 2 turns. But that's kind of where you're at already with Volrath Stronghold. Scroll Rack can make it work a little faster, but overall, I still really like Reclaim. Sideboard, I've got 2 Plagues and 1 Pyroclasm for the goblins, elves, etc. Go wide strats. 2 Sabo's Webs for all the manlands and ports out there. That ports can actually definitely do work against this deck because I'm trying. Yeah, it's 3-color deck with City of Brass. So a couple of glooms, always good. This is my 8 in for Dreadnought right here. So 1 carpet, 1 Xantid Swarm. I don't know. Maybe I should put those back to being naturalizes. They used to both just be naturalizes. Maybe I think I had 3 naturalizes and 3 red blasts, but I don't mind going like this, trimming a couple naturalizes because I do have 5 other removal spells for the Dreadnought itself, and I can find it. Call of the Herds. This is pretty good clock. So, anyways, these 8 come in. I'm gonna bring out the combo, which is super weak to Dreadnought. Just what it's weak to what Dreadnought generally plays anyway. It's got Vision Charms, which annihilate the combo because they can mill me. So even if I've cleared their hand with the discard effects, if they top deck a Vision Charm, and I try to go off with Insidious Dreams, it's ugly. So I take out the combo. Also, Erratic Explosion gets hit by Hydro Blast. Also, Insidious Dreams is a 3-for-1 if it gets counterspelled. It's ugly. So yeah, these 8 come in. A couple Phyrexian Furnaces to deal with their accumulated knowledges, which has been a good response by Dreadnought against discard heavy decks. So helps clear the graveyard of that, and also clears the graveyard so Flash of Insight isn't as scary. Couple red blasts, couple extra removal spells in the form of naturalizes. Xantid Swarm is pretty sick with discard. If I get the trigger on a Xantid Swarm, they might do the cantrip in my main phase or my combat phase or whatever in response to the Xantid Swarm trigger, and then second main I can get it with a Duress or Cabal Therapy or whatever. And Carpet obviously helps insulate against all the tide stuff that blue does. Yeah, let's see if we can get some games. I'm gonna try the CPL thing again. Alright, this is just a practice. I didn't get the CPL thing. There was just someone ready to practice. This hand has good removal, but 2 Insidious Dreams, not great, and the Erratic Explosion. Don't love it. 1 land and 1 Mox Diamond. This hurts. We're going to 5. They've also mulliganed to 6 so far. Okay, this hand is good. It's nice to have a shuffle with the Sylvan Library, but that would mean keeping 3 lands in the Sylvan Library. I honestly think Therapy can sometimes just whiff. Let's get rid of the removal and that land, and I'm gonna hope to draw another land so I can another green source. All good if not. Okay, that was a great top deck. I really don't want to get my Sylvan Library naturalized. Nostalgic Dreams. Oh, this is False Cure right here, right off the bat. False Cure is that 2 black instant from Onslaught, where whenever if someone's going to gain life, instead after they've gained the life, they lose twice as much. So it's essentially, if you were to gain life, you instead lose that much. So they play things like this after resolving False Cure, and I would end up losing 5 life. Maybe I have it wrong. Maybe I lose 10. I don't know. Nostalgic Dreams. I'm gonna get rid of this. That was a great top deck. Not too worried about removal. I think we'll be able to get there. Removal against rats and elephants. A rat that I'm gonna discard or sack to Cabal Therapy probably anyway. It's all good. Nice. So this deck plays more sorcery speed, obviously, than the black, red, blue version I posted a couple days ago. It has some drawbacks, but it controls the board so much better with having more bodies, the elephants in particular, libraries to go get them. Yeah, this deck has a potential in sort of like a Goblins heavy meta, and I think it's better against Dreadnought. It just has the main deck clock in the form of Call of the Herd. It's got a little more action against them in the nice green sideboard cards, so yeah. Okay, Dark Ritual, didn't expect that. Yeah, okay, there's the False Cure. Yeah, so I'm going to gain the 5 and then lose 10. And it's just until end of turn, so I feel lucky not to have lost more there. I'm not too worried about this 2/2, although I'm not finding removal, so yeah, I know about these two. Nostalgic Dreams allows them to go get that false cure back. Definitely don't need this. I don't think I care about Duress. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep lands. I want to play 2 black spells this turn, so I'm gonna nab the Smother with Cabal Therapy, and then I'm gonna hold on to Wooded Foothills for Wooded Foothills to get the Mount Smother, and then Rats is gonna take their last card. No need to flashback Cabal Therapy. Also, playing Sorcery Speed, I get that F6 value. Can just chill. Duress, great. With City. And that's nice playing 8 fetches. I'm going to take a little damage. I need to chip in. And I might just get a bolt for this thing. They're already at 18. There's the bolt. I'm going to put away these 2 lands. Play the land they know about. Yeah, this land is going to put them at 16. The shuffle is going to get rid of the 2 land. The shuffle from Wooded Foothills is going to get rid of the 2 lands on top of my library. So, feeling decent. Hopefully they just duress me again and I bolt in response. But whatever works. Preserve my life total so that I can potentially Sylvan Library, get some more card advantage out of Sylvan Library. So far I've been finding fetch lands, so I don't feel too much need as it is to draw 2 and dig deeper, because the fetch lands clear the bad stuff anyways. I don't need to pay for life to clear the bad stuff. That's a good stuff right there. That's also good stuff right there. Do I go to 2 and try to win next turn, or I'll go a little slower? Go to 2. Black, I mean, they could Dark Writ into Consume Spirit or something. Am I playing around exactly that? I think because I can, I'm just going to play an Elephant. Would have been fun to just win right there, but all good. Also, I can potentially win with this ground attack without them knowing that I have the combo. Because right now I just look like Jund stuff. But I kind of want to do the combo. Radic Explosion right there. Let's keep that far away. Keep the Naturalize so that in case I get Duress again, they still won't see they won't see the combo cards. I'll keep this one. If I get Duress, I will discard and go for the combo. If not, I can just win through combat. Okay. We got the win without showing them the combo. Combo's pretty good against a deck like this. Do I care about their Nostalgic Dream stuff? Not really. Didn't see Manlands. Honestly, I mean, Pyroclasm kills the Sky Shroud Cutter. Do they run other creatures? I don't know if I'm going to do a single change. I could take out some removal for Phyrexian Furnace because it cycles and kind of controls Nostalgic Dreams barely. Try that. I'm not too afraid of their 2/2s. I don't know, maybe they play other creatures that I don't know about. This hand is decent. I can get False Cure out of the hand. This Draco means I've already mulled to 6. This land is a little shaky. I went on a mull to 5. That was cool. They were on a mull to 6, so it was only net 1 worse. But I kind of like just a turn 1 Duress followed by decent mana. I can cycle the Furnace just to dig a little deeper. And by decent mana, I mean shaky. It's funny, they're seeing Draco after not seeing it at all. That was amazing, top deck. Love that. Start eating their bottom. Yay. Wow, another little benefit of playing with Furnace. Naturalize bait. That makes me feel like they do have Nostalgic Dreams in their hand. Okay, there's a land. I'm gonna hide. It's not a shuffle, so I can hide that on top. I need another land anyways. Got oodles of removals. I need to bolt them in their end step probably. I'm hoping they Llanowar wastes pain themselves once, but they got good basics right now. Okay, there's a fetch. I'm gonna keep both of these. I don't know if I can't combo, in fact. Can't yet, because I'm gonna discard Draco and I'm gonna go get Erratic Explosion and Reclaim, but Gemstone's gonna be dead, so Wood of Filters is either red or green, but I need both red and green because I'm gonna have Reclaim and Erratic Explosion. But we're running into that situation I was mentioning where Sylvan Library is gonna normally that Reclaim line takes 2 turns. It takes 2 draws, but Sylvan Library can handle that in one go. So even though all of my remaining fetch lands get mountain, I just need a mountain here because I want to bolt. A land would be good. Land. Maybe I just say screw it and play a couple rats. I'm gonna try that. They could go off instant speed. False Cure is an instant. Reverent Silence is an instant, and it kills my Sylvan Library. Reverent Silence is a gain 6. Discarded Innocent Blood and Skysharp Cutter. Interesting. Maybe they want me to, if I go to 6, I might just be dead. False Cure into Reverent Silence. I think I'm saying that right? Reverent Silence. 3 and a green instant from Nemesis. Destroy all enchantments. And you can play it for free if you control a forest, and each opponent gains 6 life. Cabal Therapy, not too worried as long as they don't take Insidious Dreams. Call her, that's okay. Land? Ugh, no land. I'm gonna keep Insidious Dreams on top. I don't feel comfortable paying any more life at this point. But yeah, this removal is kind of just dead against them. Green source. What did I say? 19 of them? I've already worked through 2. 17 including Mox Diamond. 13 lands can produce green for me. There's one. That's awesome. Using it will put me to 6, unfortunately. But yeah, I get to go off instant speed, so I'm still waiting. Okay, I'm doing the thing. Hopefully that they think by me discarding Draco that I can't go for the combo. So Reclaim and Erratic Explosion. Doesn't really matter the order. I'm gonna go for it and draw 2. Is that smart? I think it's smart. Going for it puts me in danger of that False Cure Reverent Silence issue, but it also stops them from having an additional draw. And I was going to fall into range of Reverent Silence anyway as soon as I tapped this for green. So attack first in case something comes out of that. Okay. Put Draco on top, go to 2. Here's Reverent Silence, by the way. Yeah. Oh, sorcery. We're good. That's the only thing I got wrong. Okay, Draco's on top. Target them with Erratic Explosion. Sorry. Leave you waiting there. Jeez. I will say, even in these 2 quick games, black, red, green feels way more solid than black, red, blue. Okay, I'm gonna play 1 land, 2 Mox Diamonds. Bad ratio. This has been a little difficult with the mana, even though I have 24 lands. Okay. We're on the play, so I'm gonna put away the mountain. No, put away a fetch because that's the one I want to draw the most. And I'm just gonna go for it. As in, not Duress first. I'm gonna discard Gemstone mine. Okay, mountain. Discard Gemstone. Cast this. And I hope it carries me. Hopefully they don't have like a Mox Diamond start in response to just naturalize it. Ooh. Okay. Fetch land, okay. Terminate is probably the key. Against a black deck, I'm nervous to draw extra cards, but I'm gonna do it. We're basically down 2 cards, one from the Mole, one from the Mox Diamond. And I'm playing a mono black deck and Drain Life. Gain Life is scary against me, but not too worried about Drain Life, especially without a Dark Ritual. I don't want them to get Graveborn Muse going next turn, or do I? Because then I can 2-for-1 it. They don't have discard. Okay, I'm gonna hopefully 2-for-1 them. I hope they Dark Writ into Graveborn Muse, which is a tough strategy, especially against a deck with red. Just so boltable. But I'm trying to make up my make up for the Mole, but I think it's working. Their hand's getting low, they're close to Curse Scrolling. Hopefully I can find out one of main Naturalize, or just combo quick. Or get like a Call of the Herd going. Doesn't really care about Curse Scroll. I got 3 fresh cards here. I mean, I could go for the combo and then put like an elephant on top. Sure, it's not horrible. Unless they powder keg. That's what I was saying. I've been playing a lot of mono black decks. I've been trying mono black clerics lately, and I really like powder keg in it. Because I'm seeing more Mox Diamonds around. Call of the Herd is kind of an issue in my experience against mono black. Because mono black has a lot, clerics has a lot of 2/2s. So the simple 3/3 is pretty good. I think I'm gonna do it. After I fetch, I go down to 6, but they don't have too much going. I could even put the elephant on top, although freaking Withered Wretch is a bummer against the elephant. I'll get 1 elephant out. That's okay. It'll take them off of being able to Curse Scroll if they want to hit the elephant, which I imagine they will. Then the question is the elephant gonna go all the way? It'd be a little risky. Oh wait, what am I thinking? I'm not gonna be able to get an elephant. I'm gonna combo and then... Ooh, I definitely just misplayed. Misplay Rooshki. Maybe I do Smother and then Elephant, or Terminate even. I don't think they have that many other creatures that Smother won't be able to kill, and I'd like to get the more demanding color out of the way. So yeah, I'll do... Dang, I definitely misplayed, but maybe I misplanned. I don't know if I would have done anything different. The cards on top were garbage. I'll take 2, even though Curse Scrolls are going. Maybe I should have gotten Naturalized. Okay, maybe now I am misplaying. See what the other card is. Yeah. Let's see, are they going to Curse Scroll me in their upkeep before they draw? No. I think I'm dead. Antigo Shade is, can get bigger than Call of the Herd. I'll keep Draco on top and maybe I'll randomly find a Erratic Explosion, but yeah. This was a big whoopsies. They're just pumping it in advance. Fair enough. I have to block. I don't know why they're wasting mana, but I guess they just have nothing else to do with it, so might as well. Bolt or Naturalize or Smother or Terminate under this Draco would be cool. Terminate, cool. Put the Sylvan Library on top in case this... that was great. In case this Sylvan Library somehow dies, like if they Dystopia, then I can draw the next Sylvan Library. That's tough. Gonna need another piece of removal. I'm getting lucky. I still don't think it's gonna be enough, but I am definitely getting lucky. Especially since I sided out. What am I talking about? I didn't side out removal. That was last game. Last match. Okay, they're doing the upkeep thing. Spazzing out. Yeah. This is game 1. What are they gonna name? Having a hard time typing it in, maybe. Nebuchadnezzar. Vendetta destroys a non-black creature and they lose life equal to its power, I believe. So that's probably the fate that my elephant will receive. If they get one more land, they're gonna deal. I mean, doesn't matter. I'm just dead any moment. And unfortunately, I shot my shot already with Insidious Dreams, so they know about it. Most players know that Insidious Dreams leads to Draco blasting, so just keep the land in hand. They have a wasteland right there, and maybe it'll cause them to duress me or something. Vendetta? Nope. Rising? Oh, because they want to do this. I mean, you could have just done this in the draw step and had the Vendetta already resolved. First scroll activation takes them a while. All good. The one of Naturalize. Am I out right now? It's not. It's barely even an out. Okay, I'm just dead. Good game. Okay, now we sideboard. And I'm going to keep in my removal. I hate bringing in more Naturalizes against a deck like that, but I'm going to do it. I could see them having Mishra's Factory. Didn't see any graveyard stuff going on, so no Furnace. I'll bring the Sable's Web because they had that spawning thing, and I could see them having Mishra's Factory. Pyroclasm, that's good against them. Engineered Plague on Insect would kill all the Nantuko Shades, but that's okay. Actually, it's kind of cool. I'll just bring in one, or potentially bring in one, I'm not sure. Going down on cards, especially on the play against a discard deck, doesn't feel good. Not too worried about them stopping my combo either. Take out the Cabal Therapies. I'll try that. Yeah. Good mana, good discard. Can get in for some damage. Chump block Nantuko Shades after a little while. Just hope to dodge the Dark Writ hippie situation. But Duress, if I need to take a Dark Vigil, I guess I will. Okay, they took about a minute and they mulled to 6. Okay, they're keeping 6. And I'm going to make it hurt with the Duress and Rats. Feels good. They have one land that's going to deal them some damage. Oh, sorry, they have a swamp right there. Let's take the Duress. I don't want them to take Insidious Dreams. I think I'm going to need it to win. Also, Phyrexian Arena plus Cabal Pit is going to kill him. So I think my Rats are going to be on chump block duty. Perfectly okay with that. Library? Am I getting greedy? Sylvan Library? Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm still going to get a basic red. I think that's the most important one. Basic mountain. For the combo. Because we saw they have a wasteland. Alright, what are they going to discard? Discard Nantuko Shade. Alright, whatever. That'll eat one half of the elephant, but that's okay. That's a bummer, but all good. Dang, they drew a swamp, so I still know 2 of the 3 in their hand. So they're going to have a choice to eat the elephant or play Phyrexian Arena, and honestly, they're probably going to play the arena because, as far as they know, I don't have they correctly will be able to deduce that I don't have 4 mana next turn because Darigaaz is called Caldera set me back, and I don't have a 4th land anyways, so they can take their time. They're not in any rush to eat the Call of the Herd. Hopefully, I can cast Insidious Dreams before Phyrexian Arena finds them enough discard to tear apart my hand. Okay, they found another swamp. So Cabal Pit has yet to hurt them, sadly. But this will. I just need to resolve Insidious Dreams before. Okay, decent. I'm gonna get another big body going rather than play Rats. Is that the right move? Yeah, especially since this could get wastelanded at any moment. But it does give them 2 things to eat, which they can do no problem. Alright. Just gotta dodge a barrage of discard. If I find a land, I'm golden. 4th swamp. Dark Red. Oh, is this a Consume Spirit situation? Shade. Oh, and then they just want to eat hella elephants. Okay. Cabal Pit's the last card in their hand. Now I could potentially just stick to playing defense here. Because I don't need to deal any more damage. Perfect. Alright. This feels locked up. I get to just chill. They're probably wondering why I didn't swing, and I don't care. If they try to duress me, I'm Insidious Dreamsing in response and getting rid of it with my entire hand anyway. Putting the combo on top. If they wasteland me, I will do the same thing in response, but I have the basic mountain for Erratic Explosion. Vector doesn't bother me, even if it had haste. Game 1, this didn't hurt them at all, so... but still, nonetheless, I still assume they know about the combo. Draco goes on top first, followed by EE. Oh, that funeral charm? That's so messed up if they do. That is brutal. And now I have the Draco on top. Oh man. Do I concede to that? It's brutal. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm gonna try to get him with combat here. I have a dead draw next turn. So Insidious Dreams is kind of like a, if it doesn't work out, it's kind of a 5 for 0. 5 for 1. Because I have 2 dead draws in a row after just going down 3 cards for no reason. Okay, Rat can chump block 1 time. Fixing Arena is kind of helping me, but I'm assuming they're going to find some removal. Yep, there's the Wasteland. Although, yeah. Are they going to leave something back to block? Because I have 7 damage right here. They have, if they tap 5, that would ping them. If they tap 4, that's 6, 10 damage. So they're presenting 10, maybe 11 damage. Okay, they're going into kind of blocking mode. They're realizing that Phyrexian Arena might get them. They might not be drawing removal. Did they see the Elephants game 1? Okay. No, Consume Spirit would be horrible right now. Or straight up corrupt. There's the Draco, complete dead draw. Funeral Charm is a nasty tool against Draco Blast. Oh, I did kind of just zone out with it. Nantico Shade can profitably block this thing, and they could double block the other one. Yeah, should have gotten in with the Rat. I don't know if getting in with the Rat matters, but probably better to actually buy a turn by blocking the Shade. And yeah, I want to kill Withered Wretch in case I find another Elephant. And the Hypnotic Spectres are already just... I mean, my hand is already getting shredded, so it doesn't matter. Dang, the Funeral Charm. Won them the game. Instant speed discard. But I think the only instant speed discard in the format. Kills a lackey. 6, 11 damage. Is it worth it for me to attack? I don't think so. Pyroclasm off the top. Be decent. Engineered Plague, decent. Low on time. Elephant. Call Herd is no longer an option. I'm dead. Good games. Alright, on the play. 1 land. Keep on getting these 1 land hands. 0 lands. There's 24 lands in here. This feels like a loss already. God. The lands just stick together for just to flood me. Okay, we're keeping this clunker. But at least we have all 3 colors. Almost F6'd. Almost did it again. Okay. Bloodstained Mire is going to get a swamp. Wooded Foothills can get the mountain. So I'm holding up removal for a turn 1 lackey or something. Just going to get my hand shredded with Duress. Cool. They mulliganed once. That's a mulligan right there. Cleric. The elephant killer right there. Am I, do I think they're clerics? This is a different name than the guy I just played. Than the person I just played. So I'm gonna assume... We'll go with Rotlung Reanimator. Nope. Clerics does indeed sometimes play fetch lands. They do indeed. They do play fetch lands because they're trying to build up their graveyard for Skeletal Scrying. And also trimming their deck, thinning their deck of land. Okay, they drew a mountain. I'm assuming I'm going to see Dothy Slayer, and then they're going to bolt an elephant if I'm lucky enough to draw one. Or they're just going to bolt face. Oh, they're going to get rid of this Cabal Therapy. Yeah. At least I'm doing something. Get that bolt out of their hand. Mistress Factory and Wretch. I don't think the Naturalize is going to ever have the chance to kill the Mistress Factory. They don't need to animate it to kill me. Some removal would be good. I've got 8 ways to kill these two things. Can stop the second Wretch from coming down, but this is not affecting the board. Bloodstained Mire is their last card. I wonder if this is Neon Mushroom's tomato soup deck that also runs Reckless Charge. I'm not sure. Yeah, mold of 4 basically. After my first top deck is a Mox Diamond. That's also one big drawback of playing Mox Diamond. It can just sometimes be a horrendous top deck, and it requires you to play more lands, so you have less gas. Okay, Pyroclasm's great. I didn't see 1 toughness creatures, but I'm still considering engineered play. Sabo's Web, I think, is a better answer to Nature's Factory than more Naturalizes are. Sabo's Web was a kind of a fun turn 1 play against off of Mox Diamond. Graveyard stuff? I don't think I'm worrying about that. I'll leave in the 1 Naturalize I have. If there are things I want to cut, what should I mean, sometimes I like cutting Mox Diamonds against these types of decks. Yeah, I'll just cut the Mox Diamonds and I'll bring in an Engineered Plague. Kind of similar to last match. Except, yeah, I'm going to leave in all the removal. Yeah. Oh. That was crazy. I misclicked and hit Mulligan. The hand is very similar, potentially better. So that was a crazy thing to have happen. Because the 5 lands sucked. I was going to do it anyway because I could Duress and protect the Sylvan Library and then hope Sylvan Library takes over the game. But that's kind of what's going to happen anyways, I guess. Except now my hand has more gas than lands. I feel like I'm saying the word gas more than I ever have. Leave the wooded foothills in hand to get the forest. And then all the remaining... Ooh, maybe... If they're gonna Dark Writ into Hippie, maybe I go get Mountain with wooded foothills. They're doing it? They're doing it. They're doing it. Okay. Red Source off the top. As badly as I want to play, do I just risk it? I think I'm going to risk it and just get the Sylvan Library out. Nah, let's kill everything. Let's get the guaranteed 2 for 1. Dang. This is the price of playing a 3-colored deck. Alright. Rewarded. Basic green source. Love it. Pretend I have a bolt in hand. I feel like bluffs take multiple turns to try to sell, so I'm trying to anticipatorily bluff in case they Cabal Therapy or whatever. Kind of nice. Alcosm's good at killing Withered Wretch. I'm gonna keep this. I feel like I can afford to play around with my life total a little bit. Because I can bolt this thing next turn. Or save the bolt for something like Graveborn Muse. Or that Lavaborn Muse thing. Okay, yeah, they're just eating my graveyard. All good. I'm okay with the 1 for 1. It's okay. I'm not going to wait around with this power play. Also, I kind of wanted to do it before deploying the rats. Not the end of the world if a rats dies. But, yeah. Okay, they get E-Plague. It's all good. I wouldn't be upset with a land here. No land. All good. Yeah, let's keep Sylvan Library on top. I don't think this Sylvan Library is going to die, but just in case. Just being consistent, although I didn't have a Bolt before and now I do and don't particularly want Bolt to get named. If a discard effect or a Cabal Therapy came at me, I would just Bolt in response. Unfortunately, I would no longer have the answer to Mishra's Factory, but whatever. Maybe they know I was bluffing before with the Lightning Bolt thing, so maybe they'll think now I'm bluffing again. Okay, there's the Dystopia. It's okay. This dies. They're gonna take some damage from that. I'm just gonna hang on to this. Start getting in. A couple more bolts on top. They are empty-handed. Alright, I will bolt that. No need to wait till end step. They are empty-handed. Dang, this is gonna be. Ooh, they're keeping the Dystopia around, so I guess I'm gonna hang on to this Sylvan Library. Yeah, swing. Make the Dystopia hurt. Save the bolt for factory. I could also double block with the rats down the line. Okay, they're leaning in on this Dystopia. It's true. I mean, I've called herd, so there's a lot for them to worry about. I'm a Dystopia gamer for sure. Okay, let this thing tap, and then I will bolt it. Dang, would have loved to have Sabo's webbed that factory instead of bolting. They can't block, their thing has shadow, I can't block it either. Let's play towards finding the fourth bolt here. Playing this does shorten the clock, but Sylvan Library will hopefully find the answer to lengthen the clock. I did space out right there. They've got active Dystopia, but to keep it, they're gonna take 3 here. Oof. I don't think I was right to play the Dystopia. Or to play the Sylvan Library. Dang. I could have Insidious Dream discarding that library for the answer to the Slayer. And I shortened the clock by 1 turn when I took a damage from City of Brass. Okay. Oh, they let it go. I thought they were paying right there. I was going to rejoice. I think I'm gonna be able to stabilize at 1. Sadly, the Pyroclasm's already gone. That's crazy of them to play. I'm going to stabilize at 1. I'm just gonna Insidious Dreams, take a damage here, discard the other Insidious Dreams, grab a removal spell for the Slayer, and then hopefully Arena kills them before they can draw out of this. If the rats have to be on blocking deity, so be it. I don't particularly want... Alright, that's fine. Grab Terminate. That was a crazy play by them to play Arena right there. Terminate. Hopefully they don't play Richard Port to be able to tap my City of Brass and kill me. And hopefully they do something silly and Funeral Charm me in my draw step, because I can respond instant speed. Do I swing? No. They would just not block. And yeah, I can't even afford to swing with 1. So we just say in chat, he's like, Bolt? And I'm realizing that's all I had to grab. I have 1 more bolt in the deck. That's all I needed to grab. Yikes. Oh, now do they have bolt? Wow, that was so dumb of me. All I had to do was bolt. GG's. Punt. My bad. That was a win. Okay, wow. They conceded before I could. I literally hit the concede button, but theirs worked. Jeez Louise. Well, opponent, Groovious, super nice guy. Super nice. person, my bad. I don't really think I'm gonna sideboard differently. 2 plagues is sometimes cool, but name on zombie or the specter, but I don't think it's good enough. Now on the draw, I could consider bringing these back in. Still like the Sable's Webs. Plague is not amazing. I still like the combo. Maybe I'm just bringing in 1. Also, I didn't go over it. I'm on 62, and I don't care. Sylvan Libraries and Mox Diamonds are cards I don't want to draw multiples of. Sylvan Library helps me dig deeper for the Insidious Dreams. I also have Draco and Erratic Explosion that I don't want to draw. It's probably still not very fundamental, but I don't really care. I like it. I can't find another cut. It's a pretty good hand. Definitely a good hand. Yep, there's the Duress. Probably taking Library. Oh, did they mull? No, they have 7. Yeah, okay. They've played 3 cards and have had 1 draw step. Okay, oh, they took Terminate. Interesting. Nice. Basic Forest. Don't have to get the city out there yet. Huh. Surprised they took the Terminate. Do they have Hypnotic Spectre coming down the chute? Bringing in just 1 Mox Diamond is, if you don't draw it early, it's kind of like dead. And that's the reason to have Mox Diamonds in your deck, is to try to draw them early. So, hopefully Sylvan Library means I can stay away. I can sort of keep the Mox Diamond out of my hand. Yikes. Just pretend that I searched for Bolt, not Terminate there. There's 2 Tunnel Visioned on the Dothy Slayer. Okay, yeah. Not Expector. Cost them a card, so there's a Shuffle. There's a Terminate. Wow. Sure, what the hell. Let's keep it. Let's shuffle. Get our basics. They didn't have another black source, a land, so they had to make this a 2 for 1. Ooh. I could just discard the elephant and flash it back next turn, but I'm kind of happy to get rid of the City Brass. The rest is kind of cool. See what else I can drum up. I don't really feel like taking damage. I'm just gonna Rats them back, and then I'm gonna play Sable's Web. They discarded their most expensive card, presumably. Let's pick up the Forest. Because they're missing land drops, so they might as well discard their expensive 4-drop. Dig a little deeper, and F6 again. One consideration with the interplay between Ravenous Rats and Cabal Therapy is, yes, usually it's nice to put the rats out there first, but it means that they discard something which might have been a hit if you had played the Cabal Therapy first. Because I don't think I'm gonna be, actually, I'm just gonna block for the sake of life total. Not too afraid of my life total dwindling right now, but just in case. There's the Dreams. I'm gonna hide it. They're at a clean 20. But yeah, next turn I'm occupied by flashing back Cabal, or Call of the Herd. So I've time. Ooh, 2 of those. That sucks. Do I Duress the other one, or do I just pray that they don't? After I sneeze, I can never talk properly. I could either Duress it or pray they don't get a second swamp. I am going to gamble. Because Withered Wretch and the other Dystopia, they're both trapped in their hand. I just want to start clocking them. So maybe next turn I'll grab that Gemstone Mine. Oh, they found it. Alright. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to discard. Let Sylvan Library die. Yeah. Just 1 swing with Elephant. Do I even need to swing? They're probably going to die to their own Dystopia. In which case I want to draw 2 cards and combo them. Ooh, put that away. Okay, 4 life. Nah, I think they're going to keep the Dystopia around long enough, and then I just have to flashback this Call the Herd. Or vice versa, if they let the Dystopia die, then I can flashback Call the Herd. Also, they drew a Pain Land, so tapping it, like casting Withered Wretch here, is going to hurt them. But I have to watch out for the freaking Funeral Charm thing. That was previous match. Alright, that is gonna hit the elephant, so maybe they won't feel the need to keep the dystopia. In fact, they won't be able to. I don't know if this line was the right line. They didn't hit the elephant. The gamble I took where I could have duressed and taken the second dystopia, praying they didn't get the black source there. Maybe not a necessary gamble. They're tapped out, so they can't funeral charm me even if they had it in their deck. So they're saying they've actually never seen this combo. Yep, they got time. Dang. So I have to top deck well. I couldn't have chosen to play the Call of the Herd there because then I would draw Draco. Maybe I should have taken one extra card. I should have actually taken one extra card on the previous Sylvan Library. I'd be at 5, but I would have been able to Call the Herd there, and then when I Insidious... Oh, my previous turn I would have been able to Call the Herd, which would have cost them life with Dystopia. And on this turn cycle, I could have cast Insidious Dreams. Oops. The Call of the Herd sitting there would have been able to block the Ravenous Rat, so I would have even been a little bit higher in life. I blew it. Well, I'll just say I'm rusty with this deck. It's been a minute. They didn't exile the elephant, but they were so chill the previous game. Yikes. They can deal 5 next turn. Just play that. Doesn't really matter. Pick up the swamp. Okay. Yeah, now they hit the elephant. They said they were distracted by the cool combo, which they had not seen before. But yeah. Again, I had this game. They know what's in my hand. They saw me pick up the swamp. They didn't swing with factory. It doesn't really matter. Bolt? Oh my god. I don't deserve it. So the game 3. Alright. Okay, on the play again. This hand has all the colors and a little bit of interaction. So, should be good. Okay. I guess I'll get a red source. Hide that I'm green for now. Do they think I'm going to stifle them? They're going to Elvish Spirit Guide and bind me here. Red. Play the swamp. And yeah, I'm just going to go hard for the combo and hopefully rats can nibble 3 more times. 3 times. Blue. Oh, Aluren. Cool. I'm going to keep hiding that I have green. And this also allows me to hold up Terminate. I was about to say it allows me to hold up Terminate and Bolt, but I only have 1 mountain, so that is not true. I assume this coast is also going to hurt them a little bit. Yep. Okay, I don't care what they name. I'm going to destroy it either way, swing, put them at 16, and then I'm going to go for the combo. Cabal Therapy. Fair enough. Let's Terminate. It's not really a secret that a deck like this has Terminate, so... Hopefully they don't just win next turn. Green, surprise, surprise. Let's just fetch now. Put him to 16. And yeah, I'm holding up Bolt if I need to interact. I feel like Aluren is good enough that you don't have a chance to interact when they go off. But I don't have a good grasp of it. Yeah, there it is. Because they can gain infinite life. Oesh. I only have 1 red source, so I can't Bolt. After playing the EE, I won't be able to squeeze in a Bolt. So it's combo or bust. Could also grab Naturalize, but who knows what's coming out of this Aluren. I just hope they don't win at instant speed. It'll be fun to watch if they do. Resolve? Or are they gonna shoot their shot? Because they have that spike feeder. Okay. Here it comes. I should have swung first, maybe. Nah, because they can just surprise block it. Ambush. No, the spike feeder. Son of a... No. Well, at least it's dead? Does that give me a chance to bolt then? Unless they run 2 or unless... Oh, they're paying that Echo to just block rats. Okay. I'm glad I terminated that mage. This is kind of why I terminated the mage. Held up the bolt for cheaper interaction and then also a potential situation like this. Well, there's 2 of them. Okay, scary. Okay, yes, a couple naturalizes. Is Pyroclasm good against them? Or maybe Red Elemental Blast hits a lot of their combo pieces. Cavern Harpy dies to this. Considering this, I don't think I need this. I don't think I need Graveyard Hate or definitely don't need Sabos Web. They're not porting me and they're not man landing. They don't play cycling lands. I think speed is good, especially on the draw. Discard's very good. Removal is decent. A lot of good things here. Rats, probably the worst. Sucks to take out all 4. But Engineer Plague is just such a sick tool against them. But it's actually looking like the thing I should get rid of. I'll get rid of 2 Mox Diamond. This is kind of an indictment on the card, but in this deck, but whatever. I'm sure I'll probably still find 2 in my opener. Found 1 in the opener with Sylvan Library. That's great. I'm gonna turn 1 the library, and then they can't do a Sylvan Library unless they do Elvish Spirit Guide or Lotus Petal. I don't think they are gonna turn 3 me. That's right, they could turn 3 me, but they're not going to turn 2 me, so I should have time to double Duress. And I want to get the library going as quickly as possible. Give them 1 more turn to find the Duress 2 before I... To find the Aluren 2 before I double Duress them. Ooh. I think I have 3 Naturalizers in here. I could put this one away, and Swift Heath can pretend to be bolt material, but it's gonna go get a forest. Okay. Dang. So nothing, no purpose for this second Duress. Top decked it. They can't go off with just Cavern Harpy and Wall of Roots, but they can just cast them. Instant speed. Ooh, no. Now here I am zoning out. Drew one of these lands I didn't want to draw. So I was able to shuffle before seeing the next 2 cards, one of which was a land, at least one of which. So we'll see what these 2 new cards are as soon as the lag goes away. Alright, that was great actually. So I'm going to naturalize first, see what they put in, and then Cabal Therapy, whatever they don't play. I can imagine them just emptying their hand here, but maybe they want to avoid removal. Okay. They might keep 1 in hand because they... Oh, okay. Because they want a survival or something. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, they can even do it right now. That's okay. I'm going to make them discard whatever they Oromancer back to hand. So, should be able to clear everything. This is a cool little line by them, but fortunately I have the Duress and the Therapy. So they brought back the Aluren that was in their yard to their hand. Cool line. I'm going to Duress it. But, I mean, they have a 2/2. It's not nothing. Play out a land, play out a red source, and let's do this. I have a fetch land on top. Yeah, I've watched Fran play this Bant, this Treva Aluren, and it sometimes just gets there with 2/2s, but this is what I like to see. And I'm going to take an extra card because I want to dig deeper. And they're not really going to be threatening my life total. With these 2 elephants in play. Okay, they found the 3rd Aluren. See if I can find the 2nd Naturalize. Can play a Ravenous Rats in their draw step. And kind of like how I got Funeral Charmed. Okay, I have the combo. They're going to be... I don't know if I want to do it yet because... They're gonna be suspicious why I didn't. Flash this back, and also they're still at 20, so I'm not really in a rush. But I will shuffle this away, and I'm not gonna play the Sulphurous Springs. I'm gonna pretend I have Bolt, and actually I'll do that. That made it look like I was waffling over tapping the Mox Diamond or the Mountain. Holding up the Mountain is a more dedicated. I'm bluffing Bolt. Mox Diamond is Holding up Mox Diamond is a little more risky though, in case they have a Naturalize effect. Yeah, yeah, it's risky business right now. One thing I could do is Insidious Dreams before I look at anything with Sylvan Library. I could look at. I'm gonna look at one card. Yeah, that's just. There's a possibility that or there's a line where I can, before the second half of Sylvan, or before the Sylvan Library trigger actually resolves, I Insidious Dreams and put something I need on top. But here I'm holding up Bolt and the combo, and I like that. Bolt gives me a little potential interaction. Okay, they're chumping. But yeah, I can Bolt and combo. That's pretty good. Could have also Cabal Therapy. That might have been the move. Actually, probably was the move. I don't know. Alright, well, we have. Alright, let's do it. Let's go for the combo. Combo on top. Let's just look to see what's coming. No. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna grab it. Because now I can hold up Naturalize. That's so annoying. I just like misclicked. Misclick. I was gonna say now, because I'm gonna play 3 of my 5 mana here for Erratic Explosion. And then I can hold up Naturalize or Lightning Bolt. Dang. This is gonna be a rough video. But I had that game too. Combo, swing with 2 elephants. They can chump. They chump with the birds and the wall. Yeah. Okay with this setup. Listen, after seeing that, maybe I'll bring this in for. Still, I don't think I want to. I'm okay with this. I still don't want to trim an Engineered Plague. It's kind of good against them. And now I'm on the. Oh, I should have actually hit no, just to simulate. Super reactive. Not good enough. Okay, keep. Got some interaction. Got some colors. Get rid of the card negative stuff. Start duressing. Let's get rid of Sylvan Library. Birds. I'm gonna bolt the bird. Am I? Yeah. And I'm gonna duress the Aluren. Dang. I had them that game. Ooh. I'm gonna hit the survival. Oh, there's the wall. Knew it. Knew it. Always draw the Draco on the moles to 5. Although I've had a couple moles to 5 here, and it's the first, only the second time I've drawn Draco. Whatever. Okay, we got a basic. They're hurting themselves. They're drawing their pain land, so they're gonna put themselves in danger zone. But Sylvan Library is kind of dead. You can play the Aluren now. Yep, they're doing it. They're at 16. I don't think it's gonna matter. Wonder if they play any green creature that can pick up because there's like Horned Kavu and stuff, which picks up a green creature, and maybe that's like an engine. Horned Kavu, pick up Wild Blossoms, because I know Cavern Harpy only picks up blue or black creatures. Grab the basic mountain. Just, I'm worried about thinning my deck more than anything. See what they want to do in response to this. I can at least get rid of that Monk Realist in case I draw Sylvan Library. Dang, super frustrating about that game 2. But playing, I just misclicked actually. That wasn't even like a bad line. I just misclicked. There's the Spike Feeder. Hate to see that. Yeah, I mean, they could, honestly, they maybe should have just spammed out their creatures and done the small ball game against me. Ormancer, that sucks. Why aren't they playing the Ormancer and grabbing Library or Survival? Survival there is the name. Weesh, it's not a good card. Because if they just have a creature, they just play the creature. And they already have things they care about. They would have played Sylvan Library if they'd drawn it. I think this is a dead card. I feel like I'm on a mold of 3. Mold to 5, drew Draco, and then a late Duress. Okay, maybe I I will see what they got now. In case it is just a Naturalize. Survival, yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Elephant is what I really need. There it is, right on top. That's kind of nice too. I need to start walling off though more than anything. Even though survival can find them, the goods. Can this thing get larger? No, but he can put the +1s on Oromancer, like after I block, which would suck. They're worried about life. They want to make sure they can gain life, I think is their concern here. I like that. I don't think I can afford to pay life. It feels crazy to make another elephant. If they're not going off, and then next turn I can start making up for their inevitable life gain while also holding up 2 Naturalizes. I don't love this, but I don't think it would be a winning line to hold up Naturalize for the rest of the game. But I think they're just gonna get me here. Squee finds whatever they want. Next turn they can squee again for Cavern Harpy. They draw their whole deck with Cavern Harpy and Raven Familiar. Or at least they get 14 stabs at it. Because Cavern Harpy costs, they have to pay 1 life to bounce it back. But we're just going to see them do it. So yeah, they have to pay a life to bounce. And so they're going to bounce the Raven Familiar, cast the Raven Familiar, get to look at the top 3 cards, choose their favorite. Yup, Mana War and Elephant, it's pretty good. Twice, yeah. Just win with combat. Alright, let's see if we can get a punt-free match here. 2 lands, love it. Keep. Can't turn 1 Duress unless I want to use Mox Diamond. I'm gonna hold up Bolt. Let's do this. I didn't want to do the layer land yet. If anything gets wastelanded, I want it to be this. And if they drop a port, I can. Damn, they even have to replenish. But if I can keep them off of. Oh, sorry. I'm saying if they have the port, I could pick up the City Brass with Caldera. This is Enchantress. This is a tier 1, potentially the best deck. And I don't want them to land enchantments whatsoever to turn on Sarah's Sanctum. This was a risky keep by them. It was a very defensive keep with the swords, but I don't have a ton of creatures. I'm going to bolt them and combo them, yeah, and let them pain themselves. I don't like that because that's going to help them. Yeah, but the swords are dead and I want to kill them before the replenish turns anything on. Do I bolt now? Because next turn I literally actually have 4 mana. I think I do. Because with the layer land, drop the layer land, pick up, float a mana with City Brass, drop the layer land, pick up the City Brass, discard it to Mox Diamond. And then I will have enough fodder to discard to Caldera, and I'll kill them for Xaxes. They might even deal themselves 1 with the brushland. So float, doesn't matter. And I'm not super worried about discard anymore unless they've drawn a land and Solitary Confinement. I am telegraphing here, but I think it's the move. If they find a land and Solitary Confinement, which I think they would have played a different land last turn if they had drawn it, so they may have Solitary Confinement in their hand. Actually, no, they don't. Yeah, I think we're good. And I have to do this sorcery speed because I have to use this floating mana. So this was a perfect hand against them. And it was perfect that they dealt themselves 1. So far, no punts. So far, smooth sailing. They could just still Solitary Confinement off the top. No. Like I said, they need a land, which they don't have. Okay. But the sucky thing about Enchantress is I've been noticing them playing 2 to 3 Solitary Confinements lately across the 75, and they have tutors to go get it, and of course they have selection in the form of Guile, and card draw like crazy. One other thing I did not play around here is if they top decked Seal of Cleansing. Thank God. Or if it was in the top 3. So that worked out perfectly. Yeah, that line would have not been available if they had a Seal of Cleansing in their hand. I don't have a ton against them. Yeah. Gloom's the best I have. Naturalize, of course. I love Harmonic Convergence, but I'm not playing it right now. Engineered Plague kills Argothian, so does Pyroclasm, but it's kind of not ever enough. Phyrexian Furnace is a potential because they have the whole Replenish thing. But Replenish is good in a long game, and I could see them siding it out. See, I just don't think I have 8 cuts. Call the Herd is mediocre. It can sometimes get the damage in. If all I'm trying to do is a little bit of damage, Bolt is better, because Bolt also is not going to be killing anything. Setting out Call of the Herds means Cabal Therapy is a little worse, but it's okay. Actually, I'm sorry. First cuts are the creature removal, and then yeah, I'll cut out the 4 herds, and just hope rats and bolts can get there, and their pain lands. Is that a little bit risky by me? Call the herds just die to so many things. I'm fairly immune to their whole parallax wave thing, fortunately. Like, it's not going to one-sided wrath me. Sure, it'll take out a couple rats, but the rats already made them discard. So I'm bringing in 1 furnace. If it looks like I need more next game, I'll probably bring 1 in over a Mox Diamond, because I'll be on the play. I kind of like Mox Diamond here because I'm on the draw. Helps me catch up on mana. Yeah, I don't have red, but sounds okay. Definitely gonna need the goods quickly. Alright, they've already dealt themselves 1. Duress? Ooh, I don't like that. Probably gonna end up just cycling this furnace turn 3. They took another damage. This might have been a bad keep by me. That helps. Do need to find a mount though. Rats didn't really do anything there, but it's gonna peck in a little bit. I already have a ton of mana. If need be, I can actually use Insidious Dreams to get a red source, but hopefully my 4th land here ends up being a red source. I actually don't want to exile that yet because I need to hit something when I cycle this. I am playing another rat next turn, but still. Yeah, it's safe to exile that because the rat will put something else in the yard for me to cycle with this. Yep. Red source. Let's attack. Okay, they're in range. But yeah, I'm committed to this. Discarded a land, which I assume they have a bunch of. I have 2 draws. A draw step and a furnace to find a red source. But I'm probably running out of time. They're looking for Sterling Grove, they're looking for Solitary Confinement. Sterling Grove is the tutor. Alright, they have a fetch land, so I have 2 targets now. I'm just gonna draw now while I have priority, and then I can forget about it. Red source, naturalized, okay. Naturalized can kill the Solitary Confinement, unless it has Shroud from Sterling Grove. Engineered Plague off the top wouldn't be so bad. They only have 2 cards in hand. It's kind of crazy. Ooh, that's a good one. Might have to spend my time killing that. They also did just draw 4, so yeah. I'm gonna chump block with this rats and then try to shred their hand next turn with Cabal Therapy. It's the only one they're attacking with? Yeah, they don't want to give me the Mirror's Guile. Do I chump? Because now I'm looking at a potential, if I draw that red sword, but have to naturalize, I'm looking at potentially trying to get there with combat damage, which is a long shot, but I really have to naturalize now. I like it, but I don't have time. They didn't play the solitary Sterling Grove. They didn't play solitary confinement. I'm low key also nervous about a top deck, or just like another opalescence. They only have three. Parallax Wave. They have three of. Parallax Wave doesn't bother me though. Replenish would suck. Maybe it's just another opalescence, or they're holding on to the solitary confinement to make it really hurt. I'm toast because they have solitary confinement and replenish. So I'm not dead to combat next turn, so I'm gonna save this Naturalize for when I want to the turn before I go off with Insidious Dreams. That's asking a lot. Oh, they can wave all my creatures. Yeah, the replenish was gonna get me either way. Yeah, if I had named replenish or solitary confinement, I would have flashback Cabal Therapy, got the other one. Yeah. Okay, on the play. Do I trim these if Sylvan Library is my only engine? Yeah, I'll bring in another furnace. It is interesting creature removal after the opalescence. Feels weird. Maybe I bring in a couple elephants just in case and one terminate? Or do I keep in some number of Mox Diamond? Nah. Alright. Let's try that. Playing against this deck is always so stressful. It's such a good deck. Dang. Ball therapy. Yeah, knowing, like I had said, the opalescence wasn't going to be lethal. So, yeah. Shouldn't have named it. This is, I mean, I got turn 2 Sylvan Library and combo. Sylvan Library might get popped by a Seal of Cleansing, which I've yet to see, but I mean, coming. No discard though. Okay. No red source again. Praying for this Sylvan Library to stick. Yeah, they got the Seal of Cleansing. Yep. Okay. Making an elephant and then praying for. There's a red source. I still think elephant's the move. Especially since I only have 3 taps with the gemstone. So 1 bolt and 1 Insidious Dreams and then 1 Erratic Explosion. It sucks that that's going to take 3 turns to pull off. So hopefully I won't need to do the bolt. Because hopefully this elephant can connect 1 time. I imagine they've sided down on swords. Also, they're not going to chump block. So, okay, so we just need. I'm just going to Insidious Dreams next turn. It's always suspicious, though. That's one thing I don't like about the elephant is when I have an elephant in the yard and I don't. And I have 4 mana in play, but I don't flash back. It tells them exactly what they need to do. They're going to look at least 3 cards. They're going to look at 3 cards off the Mirror's Guile. I think I just got to go. I was considering Duressing in case they had solitary confinement or yeah. I'm not as worried about Sterling Grove because they don't have enough mana, but they have exactly solitary confinement. I'm gonna go for the combo rather than Duressing. Hope they don't find it. I'm putting the screws to them as fast as possible. Going for the turn 5 win. Don't do it. Hey, I think we're good. Wow. I spoke too soon. No, we're good. Crazy. Jeez. They must know we have it, because I didn't flash back the elephant. Discard 2 bolts. Draco. Erratic Explosion. Is there any point in duressing? No, but I don't care. Ooh, there was a Sterling Grove. Yeah, they just didn't have time for it. Jeez. Alright, good games. Honestly, that match against Enchantress made me feel so much better about the deck. Obviously, I drew well I had quick combos, which is kind of the best plan against them. It wasn't like I drew perfectly. Maybe game 1 I did, but to know that that's a possibility. I do really like Harmonic Convergence against them. Harmonic Convergence is better in a deck that can play instant speed. I've talked about that card a lot. This deck is very sorcery speed, and Harmonic Convergence, you want to do it in response to a shuffle effect, because the deck actually has a number of shuffle effects. Usually 6 fetch lands and 3 Sterling Groves. It's not a ton, but decent amount. So So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this deck has enough game against Enchantress that I don't need to worry about Tranquil Domain, which in this deck it would probably be a better answer to Enchantress, but I do want to just keep the Gloom in play. Uh, Gloom is like the best card against them. So I don't really want to be destroying all enchantments. So to help my matchup against them, it's probably just more naturalizes, more glooms. Yeah. But otherwise, I like it. We didn't run into goblins or elves. I feel solid against goblins, mediocre against elves. Elves landing in Tanglewire is brutal. And obviously, it's just a powerful deck, even with the versions that aren't running Tanglewire and Winterward. I didn't run into Oathspec either. I feel okay against that because I don't run a ton of creatures, so I can mostly dodge Oath and save the Naturalizes for Sylvan Library. And then just combo over the top because they don't go super fast. Also have Sabo's Web for their man lands. So, yeah. Good game.